And this is it, the third episode of Vinga Sessions. We are live. What's up, Terry, my man?
Hey, what's up, Wanda?
Oh yeah, bro. All is good, dog. Bro. Hey, man. I've been looking forward to having you on the show, bro. And for the people who are watching, crazy, bro. Crazy stories that you were actually my idol, bro. You know what I mean? I always tell people that I look up to you. Told my father that all the time, and yeah, man. Glad to have you on the show. You are the founder and CEO of Wisolve, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And Wisolve is your IT company. Yeah, man.
I'm pretty sure I told you a lot about that during our days at Tristan Road.
Yeah. Back in the day when we used to stay at DUT, yeah, you used to tell me everything about your business. So this podcast, bro, is all about entrepreneurship and business.
Sure.
You know, everything everything that has to do about business, like if it has to do with entrepreneurship and empowerment and self-development, it's on Vinga Sessions. I'm trying to build a huge...
I'm glad to be part of it.
Thank you, bro. So first, just tell me, I want to know about you, bro. Like your background. We're gonna talk business. We're gonna talk about you. Where did you grow up, and how was your childhood, dog?
Okay. I think it's funny that in life we generally don't get what we sort of think that we want, because I can tell you that I wanted to be a soccer player. I'm sure most people will be amazed or shocked to that, but that's what I actually wanted to do. I wanted to play soccer.
Yeah.
I wanted to play soccer so bad that at one point, I remember when I was in primary, I wanted to go to this thing which was called School of Excellence, where you had the most probability of actually becoming a proper football player if you went to that School of Excellence.
Yeah.
I told my parents, they didn't budge, obviously. They gave me stories that if I go to university, I'll probably... There's scouts there. Came to DUT. I didn't see one scout.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Bangkok. Yeah. So that was your father's idea?
My mom, actually.
Your mom?
My dad is the quiet type. He rarely said anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, obviously, that didn't happen. So, and I think...
And how did you... Sorry for cutting you off, dog, but
sure.
Did your parents actually play a role in instilling entrepreneurship and like making you business minded in any way whatsoever?
I would be lying if I said yes. I think in my family, no one has a business background.
Mm-hmm.
It came to me, if I can say that, because obviously I started selling snacks in high school. Me and my closest friends, one of them being Bugs.
Yeah.
He used to sell cigarettes in school. So, in this day and age, we've got a group of companies. He actually runs one of them.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you can do a paper trail, that can show you where it started. Yes, it might have been cigarettes, and it might have been illegal to sell it in school. But I guess it was just a building block for all of us.
Yeah. That's crazy that you say that, because as you were saying that, I was actually thinking about how I also used to sell Mofire in the streets, bro.
I remember.
All because of you, bro.
I remember.
You know what I mean? All because of you. Like you kind of like helped me in a way. You know what I mean? Like because I used to sell Mofire and all that in the ranks and we was grinding.
I remember
and hustling.
You had branded yourself.
Yeah.
You were talking of getting a mobile fridge or something like that. Was it a bike? I don't quite remember, but I remember you had huge ambitions with that.
Dog, you know that I ended up becoming the biggest distributor of Mofire in the whole of Durban. I promise you, bro. I was the biggest distributor, because what I used to do was I used to sell to the guys who were selling in the streets. So I used to sell cases, 24s and sometimes 48s and sometimes 60. I'm bad at math, but whatever.
You
know what I mean? So I used to supply all these guys. So I used to be selling by the bulk.
Sure.
You know, I'd buy it for like $130 for a case and then sell it at 165. And now I'm supplying all of these guys. Word of mouth is going out that there's this guy who's branded. He says he's worked for Spoo. Meanwhile, I've never even met the guy, but I'm branded. And when I come and deliver, I'm coming in with the Uber. You know, I'm pulling up in an Uber.
And you're delivering to this. But I'll tell you one thing, especially with regards to that particular topic of DJ Spoo. It's funny enough that I'm close to him now, but obviously a lot of people don't know that. I think for the first few months, I'd never met him as well. I played exactly the same footstep that you're stepping in as well. Because I remember that, how were we introduced to Mofai again? I'm not particularly sure how, but when we were, what we used to do is that I met a guy that actually worked for Sport, the real guy that actually worked, not me and you.
Yeah. Not the phonies.
Not the phonies. So when I met that guy, he started, in fact, we weren't planning on selling.
Yeah.
For us, it was just the hype because Mofai was one of the trending things at that time.
Yeah.
And we wanted to jump on that hype because we were playing still around in the entertainment industry. So when we met that guy, he started giving. I got close to him. He started giving me stock. I had stock at Res. You know,
to sell or to.
No, for me, as I said, it wasn't selling. It was just bragging to say, you know, I've got more fire.
Yeah.
And it's not available anywhere here in Durban.
Yeah.
But I have it.
Yeah.
You know, so it was more of that sense. And I had stock that, you know, I used to give away whenever there were functions. I would attend functions and just give it away. So for me, it was that hype mentality and. You know, that's how it played itself up until I remember the day first time I actually spoke to him.
How did you meet him, bro? Where was this?
How I met him, I actually flew him to Durban.
You flew? You paid for his ticket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how I actually first met him was, as I said, this guy is Kumbuzo. That's his name.
Yeah. I don't talk to him, but you know when you have person's WhatsApp and you check his statuses and all that stuff.
Yeah. So Kumbuzo said to me, I don't remember what I wanted from Spoo. He said to me, okay, I'm going to let you speak to him. And he gave me his number and said, call him in 5 minutes because I'm going to call him and say, you are going to call him. Because he said that Spoo doesn't answer his numbers. He doesn't know. So when Skumbuzo called him, and then he told me, okay, I can call now. I spoke to him, a bit nervous.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
That's crazy.
Like, it's another guy. So, but obviously because of his stature and what he's done, you know, you give him that respect. So I would necessarily call it respect instead of being nervous. But I was. And, you know, I spoke with him and I engaged with him and I told him the ideas I had and so forth. Obviously, he's a busy man. It's not something that he grabbed at forefront. But when we started Wisolve Foundation, which is aimed at also instilling, you know, the fire, you know, because I know everyone talks about entrepreneurship. Hey, it's nice. It's the new trending thing. Hey, I'm an entrepreneur.
It's crazy, right?
But when you look at the sacrifices that one has to make,
it's lonely. Yeah,
that's why most businesses don't succeed. Is because people, they don't have. They might say they're entrepreneurs. They might say they want to be, but they're not willing to do the sacrifices that you need to have or you need to do before you know, become successful.
Yeah, bro. You know, speaking about the hardships of entrepreneurship, what have you found to be like a bit difficult or challenging in your journey? Because with me, bro, I'm not really deeply in entrepreneurship 100%. Like with me, I still have a job on the side, and I just like after I knock off at 4:00, then
you go back to your business.
I go and I start emailing potential clients, you know. And still with me doing that, a lot of my time is spent in the office actually doing
I tried that and I failed.
And you know, well, you obviously a much more what can I say?
No, I'm just saying that I tried working and running the company and I failed.
And you failed. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that because you failed working. You're a true bred entrepreneur more than I am.
No, you don't get what I'm saying. That I tried to run the business. It was already up.
Wow, and then you found a job?
And then I got offered a job.
And then what failed? The business or the job?
Funny thing, I actually went to a radio station in Mhlanga called Vuma FM.
Yeah.
I went there to pitch a business proposal. And what I got in return was an employment contract. But
you said you've got the voice.
So, they gave me well, at the time it looked like a great opportunity because obviously what they did or what they offered, it was hard to resist. They offered me a full 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
They offered the company a contract as well.
Yeah.
So for me it was sort of
yeah.
And I had flexible hours. Like anytime I had a meeting or I need to do what, I just could just say that I'm going to this particular meeting. And not many jobs can offer such a package for you.
Yeah,
so for me it was ideal. But I think I was there for only 6 months.
Yeah.
Because during those 6 months, as much as I was pushing the radio station itself, but the company was slowly depreciating because obviously, I don't think you can fully do things, two things simultaneously, because it's either one is going to overlap the other at some point.
100%.
And the station, there were celebrities coming. It was nice, and we used to travel. The business started to depreciate because of that.
Yeah.
And then for me, I took a decision and said, you know what, I have to pick one.
Yeah.
And I had to pick my first love.
Yeah, you gotta choose your baby, man. Now, for real, bro, for real. That's crazy because you see, even with me now that I'm still employed and I'm trying to build something on the side, it's not easy, bro. It's difficult, And I was just about to say, the challenge that I've been facing is that it's lonely, bro. It's you by yourself. You know what I mean? You grinding like 16 hours a day sometimes, and then you go back to sleep. You wake up the next morning, you do the same thing. By the end of the week, you're drained, you're tired. And but if you don't love it, you won't do it. And
that's what I'm saying. Most people do it because it's fashion.
Yeah, exactly.
They're seeing people posting about being an entrepreneur, doing this. They want to jump on the on the wagon, and also participate in that fashion. But it's not a fashion. And with regards to being lonely, I felt that for quite some time. But I think one of the key components is to make sure that you surround yourself with like-minded people.
Yeah.
I'm practically never alone.
Yeah.
I've always got my guys, even though we operate in different spheres. That's why we created a family group.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to bring all the businesses together because we all like-minded.
Yeah.
We're all achieving similar goals.
When is Vinga Media getting in there, bro? Come on.
Send me a compelling proposal.
Now we'll talk about it offline, dog. Yeah, dog, I wanted to actually, as you were saying that, sorry to cut you off, by the way, but I wanted to ask you, yeah, bro, the first question I wanted to ask you, I've got a lot of questions for you, bro. First question I wanted to ask you is that I think it's not only me who faces that challenge of loneliness in entrepreneurship. I think a lot of entrepreneurs go through that. How did you deal with it? Okay, obviously you just explained it now. So on the second question is, I always see you with a lot of people like you always hanging with the Pags and Tabo and Lomchita, Lomuti, Zakile. And I'm always wondering to myself, are these guys all your partners, your employees? What was happening? I've always been wondering. So who are these guys, bro?
They're my partners.
Yeah.
And I don't doubt it in 1 second that I would ever achieve anything without them, because obviously, as I told you, that you need to be with like-minded people. As much as we can joke around about other facts, like going to a particular club, what we've done that has actually made us so solid, is that we've surrounded ourselves as not just being partners, not just being in business, but being brothers as well. And in that sense, we've gone even deeper than just being brothers, but we've become, I think I should come up with a new word for this.
Yeah.
But, we do things together.
Yeah.
That's why you are saying you always see me around them, because, it just doesn't feel right if they're not there.
Yeah, yeah.
We strive for one thing, and that's what makes it happen.
Yeah.
And because we're always together, we don't lose touch. Because, it's very hard to do business with someone who's too far from you.
Yeah.
Because even if there's a particular opportunity that might
need
come there, you'll always think of the people closest to you.
Yeah.
You might even forget your family.
Yeah.
So when it comes to
sometimes family is not entrepreneurial. They don't understand business sometimes.
Yeah.
True, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So, man, you're about to tell me about the challenges that you faced in entrepreneurship.
The challenges are never ending, bro. I think every time you grow, you come with a new challenge.
Yeah.
Everyone wants a big office, a big this, big that.
Yeah.
But, the challenges are there, regardless.
Regardless, bro.
But I think the key challenge that faces all of us entrepreneurs, and I speak on behalf of my peers, I speak on behalf of my partners, and, other people that I circle with in this entrepreneurship journey, is the access to funding. It is very critical.
Bro, can I just jump in there? I actually think that if you're a real entrepreneur, funding is not a problem. I honestly believe that if you are if you're a true businessman, you will not need funding. And I know what some of the guys that are listening might have heard that from Vusi Temegwai. He says that, but it's true. You know what I mean? It's true. You can hustle, bro. You can, look at me, bro. I started with Bonfire, and then I took that money and I bought a camera, and then from that camera I was doing photos and videos, and then from that I bought another camera, and then another camera. You know what I mean? If you're get a job, bro. Get a job, use that money and start your business. Yeah. So I there's so many ways of actually making money to fund your business. I think that access to funding is not a real problem if you're a true entrepreneur, but
it's a huge barrier. I'll tell you one thing. There's a difference between being an entrepreneur and being in business. Yeah. Being an entrepreneur, you have your faults. Yeah. And people don't really judge you because obviously you're not too well established. But when it comes to being well established, that's where the problem comes in. Oh yeah. And that's where the critical component of access to funding. Oh, I'll give you an example. Let me say you've got this studio setup here. And then SAPC offers you a contract and says, you know what, Taiwanda, we want you to run our entrepreneurship department. Would like you to have a state-of-the-art, or they'll say, we'll give you the contract if you can prove to us that you have a state-of-the-art facility. Yeah. What happens then? Exactly. Where do you hustle? Yeah. Where's the time to hustle?
Sorry, man. What was that calling me? Yeah, Brano, you're right. Now that you put it in that perspective, would say once you've established and you're growing and you're becoming bigger and bigger, you're gonna need more money to actually grow and expand your business. Now I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and the saddest part is that our financial institutions, they are not pro-black. I've experienced it myself. Yeah, I've pumped a lot of money in F&P. Yeah, but you don't really get the same treatment as you would if one was a particular other race. Yeah. So yeah, it's not about starting your business. You don't need funding. I 100% agree with you. Yeah. We started with no funding. We put together, I think it was 150 each. We registered the business. We bought T-shirts. We branded them. Yeah. We used to wear the T-shirts on a particular day. I think it was Wednesday. We walked together as a group. And people would start asking. That's how the brand and the company was known. That's how we started getting our first client, because someone would say, what's this? Because, we're all interested if a particular group of people are wearing the same thing. Yeah. So when people asked, then we would explain, and then maybe a particular individual will say, I know someone who needs your service, or I particularly need your service. So starting a business, I totally agree with you. No funding is needed. You only need the will to actually start your business. Yeah.
And then on that point of wearing T-shirts to SKLA and all of that stuff, I see I think you are a big branding person. So by that I mean you always branding your yourself and your business. Your car is always branded. Your friends' car, not your friends' car. Your friends' cars are always branded as well with your logo and stuff like that. I think that's a good, it's a good strategy, and it shows that you're. In fact, it goes to this question. It leads to the question I'm going to ask you now. Uguti, do you think what do you think is more important in terms of a marketing strategy? Do you think a hardcore aggressive sales strategy whereby you making adverts or marketing in a way that is gonna get you sales, or marketing in a way that is brand building? What do you think is important in or both are important, but like which one do you think works for you or do you like better?
Well, it's a tricky question, and I'll tell you why. It's tricky because obviously it depends on the type of service that you offer. If I'm offering a product, then aggressive sales marketing, that's what you need, because you're actually selling something to people that they don't know, that they've never used. So obviously you need to go to that aggressive. But
for Wisolve, like for you, like you obviously in the services business.
Sure.
What strategy?
Yeah, in terms of strategy, obviously, because if you into IT, there are a lot of IT companies. So what we've done, we try to separate ourselves from the lot. In that sense, is that we've never gone to billboards, or we're not as big in social media in terms of advertising. What we've actually done is that when we get a client, we've made sure that the client experiences the best service that he can. And until that client becomes our marketer, because that client will be showing whatever we've done to his or her friends. And obviously, even when you've done a service for someone, for an example, a website, that's how we get most of it's through referrals. You do a great job, clients comes back for another job, or clients refers the job to a friend. So for us, it's been quality, but on parallel to that quality is to always show some brand visibility as well. So whatever we do, we try. Our branding is very minimal in terms of we've got our cars branded, T-shirts, we've got the regular wall banners whenever there's events and gazebos and so forth. But the key component for us was to make sure that the quality of service that we provide
was on par.
Was on point.
Yeah, that's good, bro. That's crazy. That's I think I know where I'm gonna get my next website designed.
I hope your viewers will also score some clients as well.
No, hopefully, man. Hopefully. So yeah, bro. Business has been obviously a great experience for you. And how's business currently, man? How's the entrepreneurial world at the moment? In fact, tell me something. With me, bro. At the moment, I'm obsessed with saving time. I'm obsessed with saving time and not really saving time, but being quick when I'm doing things, like doing things very, very quickly so that I get a lot of things out of my way. So speed is one of my biggest obsessions at the moment. What's your obsession currently? Because I know when you're a businessman, there's something that you just want to get right. You want to master. What is it for you, bro?
Excuse me. What would I like to master? That's a tricky one. It's tricky because I'm just trying to think. There's a lot. Because what I try to do the most, because I believe that people are missing one good point in this day and age. I normally tell my friends, especially bugs, that if I was to go back to high school, I'll probably get, I don't know if there's a mark over 100, but I'll probably get that mark. And I'll tell you why. Dude, in this day and age, we've got the University of Life. And that university, I'll tell you,
I probably wouldn't even go to school, bro. If I had a choice.
Well, you gotta finish your matric. That University of Life is YouTube. there's absolutely nothing you cannot learn
on YouTube.
You know, if I was in high school, YouTube wasn't there, but you know, I'd probably search. I used to not pass that Shakespeare thing. I would probably just watch it over YouTube, someone explaining it.
Yeah.
And I can go and write the paper.
Yeah.
So you know, my obsession, if I can put it there, is always grasping whatever new is there. You know, I would probably, I think most of my data I probably use about 10 gigs a week. Yeah.
What?
I've calculated that ratio. I use 10 gigs a week.
During the day or at night?
Day.
During the day, why don't you get rain, bruh? I've recently gotten rain because of Mulungen.
What's rain? What's rain?
Rain is it's this. What's rain, Mulungen?
No, rain is basically a cellular network that currently runs on 4G. They've got a pretty reasonable package. I won't pump them now, but we'll talk later. But they've got a reasonable package.
Sure.
That gives you unlimited data from 11 in the evening up until 6 p.m. So for 19 hours in the day, you've got a pretty good data package. But you know, from 6 to 11, that's where you start paying for your data and everything. So that's what I basically told him about, because he was also complaining saying data.
Yeah, like I think that will be a huge boost for him, because currently what I do have, which is unlimited, is calling. I'm always on the phone. That's you always complaining that you can't get me on the phone.
Yeah.
I promise you, I make in total the number of calls I make and the calls I receive every day, it's not less than 50.
Not less than 50.
I guarantee you that. So that's why most people say that they can't get me, because it's either I'm always on the call. Yeah. I even bought I bought this watch particularly. This is a Samsung watch, because I'm always on the road. If someone's calling, it makes it easier for me to actually see and swipe, and then I'm able to take the call. It's got its own speaker, so that's the particular reason I bought this watch for.
Nice.
Because I'm always on. I'm always on the phone.
Yeah.
So that is my, and I love it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I talk too much.
No, bro. No. I love seeing the passion, bro.
And you know, being able to talk is also a very critical skill, because obviously I don't just have clients, but I build relationship with my clients. The other day I had a meeting with one of my clients, Craig Monroe. He runs a debt company. So you know, we're having this meeting. He's asking me, "Hey Terry, so when you're coming for a plane? He's got gyrocopters at Virginia airport. He's on, when you're coming for a ride." That's the type of relationship I build with clients.
Yeah.
Another client of mine, you know, he the last UEFA final game, I went to watch it at his house. He bought a lot of beer. He's always calling me and reminding me, "Hey, Terry, you know." So I build relationship, and I think that's what matters, because people don't just do people.
Yeah.
Do business with people. I mean, they don't just do business with business; they do business with people.
Yeah.
That is one of the critical components which one in any entrepreneur needs to master.
Yeah, is relationships and yeah, I see what you're saying. Bro.
Yeah, relationships are key.
It goes back to communication. You know, another thing that I've also been thinking about lately is communication. Who said this morning? Somebody mentioned it in the office. Namhlanje. What was it? Communication. Who said it? Anyway.
See? That's what I was telling you.
Somebody's calling you.
You know, I can easily just, you know.
Yeah, just answer or no, send a message and all of that stuff.
And I'm not too disturbed.
Yeah, bro. You don't have to have your phone ringing. But anyway, as I was saying, communication, bro. What you mentioned, you heard you saying the word communication, and one thing I've been thinking about is that, you know, you can't be a good leader if you're not a good communicator.
Sure.
Again, I heard that from Mavundla. Yeah, well, and it resonated with me, because it's so true, bro. If you can't communicate simply, if you can't send out the message that you have in your head, and you're busy like having the other person receive it in the way that is not the way that you initially wanted him or her to receive it, you fail. And then the second part is if you can't influence and motivate and actually inspire your followers, then it's not a leader, you know. So you being the founder and the CEO of your company, bro, you've obviously got people under you. How do you lead and follow them? Like what things or what qualities of what are your techniques? What do you think is important in being a leader?
Well, that's really funny because I was actually speaking to one of my guys yesterday. I think I'm a different type of leader, not your normal one.
What type of leader are you, bro?
You know, I generally would put you under the bus on purpose.
What?
I even told one of my guys yesterday, I said, you know, sometimes maybe it might seem like I'm not fighting for you because they would come with problems. And, you know, sometimes I would look as if I didn't hear that problem just so they will be in a tight corner and then they'll be forced to use their brain and see how they come out of that corner. And I told him yesterday, I said, you know, the reason why I've been acting like this is because I also want you to go on your own journey. Exactly. That's what I told him. I said, I want you to go on your own journey, make your own mistakes. I'm not saying don't come for advice. Advice is a different thing.
Yeah.
But when you've got a problem, the first person you need to seek help first is yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
And then because generally when people are faced with problems, they want to call people, they want this. You know, I think we would have such a better world, a progressive world, if whenever you had a problem, you would take a book or a page, take a pen, write your problem down, and then look, it can't be individuals that can take you out of the problem, but at least draw a roadmap that you can at least take and say, you know what, okay, this guy I can call him to get me to this guy, and this guy can get me this and that and that and that. And then that's easy. You can solve that problem.
Is that something that you personally do?
Yeah, I personally do that. And then, so for me to tell you something, you can tell a child that the stove is hot. The child will never learn up until he puts the hand and gets burnt and know that the stove is hot.
Yeah.
You know, so I take that sort of approach that I generally am not too forward into telling you what to do, but I let you learn. And maybe if you're moving too far from the safe zone, then I can step in and say, hey, this is the safe zone. Keep going again. Yeah. So I normally take that type of approach.
Yeah. So I see what you're saying, bro. Yeah. You know. One thing that I've always believed for a long time in my professional career is with to my superiors at work. I don't like going there. If I have an idea, I don't like just going to my boss and saying, this is the idea I want, because I am bringing him a problem, not a solution. Because then now he needs to figure out how to implement this this idea. I like to go there with an idea and come up with how like ways of implementing this.
So you generally just project a fully fledged plan,
exactly,
instead of an idea.
Yeah, you know, I really like coming up with an actual way forward. You know, I always even sometimes tell my colleagues that when you're going to your superiors, don't go there with a problem. Don't bring problems, bring solutions. That's what you're hired there for. The company is not hiring you to be bringing up more problems. We're trying to face problems already with our clients. How are we going to pay our suppliers? And you bring us more problems when you hired you to.
But that's the question. How many people like you are there?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And in this ever-growing world, which is, you know, I think the critical component that has failed us the most is that our parents do not play, they just play a role of being a mother and a father in terms of taking care of your needs. You go to school, you've got school shoes, you've got this. But none of them actually, you know, sit down and actually have a one-on-one with us and say, you know what, how, like, I know I still wish till this day to have a decent talk with my dad and actually ask him like, how is a woman supposed to be treated? I think that goes also back, if I'm deviating from the topic a bit, through what this gender-based violence that's happening.
Let's talk about that, bro. We can talk about anything, man.
The critical thing, why this has led to this that we have now, is that we've never had a proper interaction where our fathers actually teach us this is how to actually treat a woman. You must know that she's always right. You must say yes when you don't know. You know, all of those things. We are not taught. I'll probably go ask Bugs, and Bugs will probably tell him, better.
Leave her alone.
You know,
she's acting stupid.
You know, so we come up with our own scenarios and our own, you know, and none of us has experience with that. So generally, that's how we fail. And also, hence why I'm saying also in terms of entrepreneurship, no one actually sits us down and tell us, you know what, this, we all want to use these growth wheel, these trainings, but we're all not the same. The businesses are not the same. Particular individuals not the same. So we need to be treated differently. And with our differences, probably if one can be able to enhance those differences, that might even lead to a better growth in terms of businesses.
Yeah, bro. No, you're right, bro. You know, it's you know, one thing that I think is very important in South Africa is actually us creating and developing a culture of entrepreneurship. You know, we need to be countries like Rwanda are growing fast, bro. The guys there are encouraging the small SMMEs. You know what I mean? They're encouraging young and small businesses to like
scale up,
start and all of that.
But that's the thing. In South Africa, that's my personal belief. My personal belief is that we've got spectacular entrepreneurs. The problem is we don't even know that we're entrepreneurs. Like I grew up in Joburg. My grandmother's is in Joburg. She used to sell what's this thing? Cool drinks, chips, and whatnot.
My grandmother too.
I didn't see that as entrepreneurship. I didn't even see that as a business. I just saw, okay, we're making money, or my grand's making money.
I just thought it was snacks for me and my cousins.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, it's not necessarily that we don't have what's this thing, the culture of entrepreneurship. We don't. It's just that we don't have the understanding. You know, because people don't even know that even if you're a supplier for someone, let me say you're supplying what's this thing, laces for a person who's making shoes, that you practically also are an entrepreneur. You are, You know, people will see the person with the shoe or the branded shoe as the entrepreneur. But without my laces, your shoes wouldn't be there.
But bro, then now when we all entrepreneur and we all, or imagine if everybody in the world was an entrepreneur. I know it's a very hypothetical and but imagine if everyone started a business, then who would we sell to, bro? That's crazy, right?
No, you'll be able to sell because it's different businesses. But again, one thing, I refer to my dad as well. I think it was 2016. I registered a company with him. You know, I had these visions, and you know, he's an electrician. You know, I'll get clients, I'll be the marketer and all of that. But listen, some people are just not born with it. Because he agreed to everything, but when it came to the proper implementation, he disappeared.
You know,
he's at his work. So obviously, I think that's how God made life to be, is that some people
are going to be consumers and others are going to be entrepreneurs. I love consumers, bro, because they make us richer. You know, bro, I can actually relate to the electrician part, because I've got a cousin who's an electrician as well, and we started a business with him as well. I was like, hey man, let's do this thing, let's build an empire. But then now when we had to implement the thing, the guy is too slow. He's coming up with excuses, and I hate feeling.
Wait, I think I remember that thing.
Vast enterprise.
I remember. Yeah,
Yeah, bro, and
you were focused. You're doing proposal.
Bruh, you're the first person that actually read the proposal.
I remember.
Yo, bro, you should see my proposals now. They are so good. But yeah, dog, yeah. So it, with your family, starting a business with your family is sometimes good, but sometimes bad. One thing that I was just about to say is that I hate going in partnerships. When is anybody a partner in your business?
Yeah.
How many partners do you have?
3.
And how's that experience, dog? Do you guys do you find yourself hustling more than the other guy? Because that's one reason that I see when I've tried to have partners in the past.
The thing is, you need to, I think when it comes to partnerships, you need to find people with different strengths. And that type of different strengths, is able to come together into one being. Meaning that if you're good at talking, automatically you become a salesman. You become the face of the brand. Yeah. If I'm good at administration, obviously then, I would be more in terms of the administration part of things, the contracts, the proposals, and all of that. If I'm good in finances, I'm the guy who counts every penny. Then we know that guy needs to be our finances. Because, you'll be saying, hey, you'll be able to control us when we're going over on a board. Yeah. So I believe that if you have people with different attributes, it comes together nicely. The problem starts when you guys have the same attributes. And now you start comparing that this one person is doing more than the other because you're in the same, you're racing, you're in the same road. You're on the same lane, you're able to see. But if someone's turning left, one is turning right, we all know where we need to meet. And when we meet there, we all have done our duties. And that's how it works.
100%, bro. That's a good way of putting it. That's actually a very good way of putting it, bro. And I'm glad that you told me that because now now that I know that, I will definitely consider it. Oh, sorry, man. I just need to see something that Lingala is showing me, bro. We don't have enough time. I would want to talk with you the whole night, bro, and just talk. But I'm definitely gonna have you again on the podcast, bro. Sure. And then we can talk about some other stuff, But yeah, bro, just closing. What do you want to say to the people listening? What do you want to say to the Vinga? You don't have a name. I don't have a name as yet for the people.
The Vinga peeps.
The Vinga peeps. What do you want to say to the Vinga peeps, bro? Tell them about Wisolve. Tell them about Terry. Tell them what you and your business does. There's your camera there, man. Talk to your people, bro.
What can I say? I believe, the message I want to pass is that in life, you'd never go anywhere by yourself. And that it's very important to pick the friends that it's very critical. I think there should be a subject for picking friends. Yeah. You need to pass that module. Yeah. Because we just pick friends. I don't know how we pick friends. I don't know how I pick my friends. Yeah. And it's funny that most of my high school friends, they've, that's how I actually saw that this friendship thing is important. Because the friendship, as you grow, it becomes narrower and narrower. And obviously, if you have people which are not in the same wavelength as you, you might have a business. Yeah. But have friends that like to party. Yeah. For an example. You end up they getting invitations. You end up getting tempted. You end up spending the business money on the when you've gone out, or you end up not meeting deadlines of clients. Yeah. So when I mean by friends, I mean you need your circle. You need to watch it closely. That is, for me, I think that's one of the key to success, because if you've got friends who are very progressive, they've got a vision, even if it's different from yours or they're doing something different. Yeah. It's someone where you can always source out advice, not someone who's going to call you and tell you about, hey, this new hot chick, or the new bottle.
The new shoes, new shoes, Gucci's, Louis Vuittons.
Obviously, that topic always comes because we're guys. Yeah. But that shouldn't be the primary focus into saying now, every time I call you, hey, You know those friends, there are friends, I think in life, you do have a category of friends. A friend that you call, maybe if you want to laugh, you know, he's always got a joke to tell. I'm not saying
there's one that you just call when you want to go to the club.
There's a friend, when you know
the girls just love this guy.
Yeah, you know,
he's the wingman.
He'll probably get you some chicks.
Yeah.
You would have those type of friends.
Yeah.
But those are friends. Those are just called friends. But, you know, people who are more associated with, in terms of business, you need to, be able to differentiate between those two. And I think it's very important, my guy. I think the people, they motivate you. They come up with ideas.
Yeah. They
put you, some of my friends are working, but they're able to say, hey, I just gave someone your details. I heard him say he needs this. Those are the type of people you gotta surround yourself with.
100%, man. And in closing, bro, just tell us about briefly about Wisolve. What is Wisolve? Where can people find Wisolve, and what can they expect when they inquire about your services?
Okay. Quick one. People must be very wary about our slogan. Our slogan is called "Your Problem, Our Solution."
Yeah.
And it's not a mistake.
Yeah.
When we say your problem, our solution, and the word we solve, how it comes about is that what we thought, in fact, how that came about was there was a guy who said, I don't know his name. There was a guy who said that, you know what, if you come with a problem to me and I solve that problem, you're happy for 5 minutes. But if you come with a problem with me and I take you to the journey, and you're able to see where the problem was and we solve it together.
Yeah.
That lasts a lifetime.
Oh, man.
So, in essence, that's how actually Wisolve was born. And the whole background of
Damn, did you hear that line? You got a hyena in the house.
So, yeah, the people, it's Wisolve is pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's Wisolve. We've got our website. Obviously, we create websites.
Yeah.
It's www.wisolve.co.za.
Yeah.
On socials, it's at Wisolve.
Yeah.
And just in closing, people must watch the space. Next year, the family group will be officially launching. It's been something where we've been testing waters. And there, we've got a host of companies.
But what Lungela, is that shit still recording?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But bro, what happens in the group?
Yeah, quickly. The group consists of different companies.
Yeah.
Meaning it's.
Man, I want to get in the group. Seriously, bro. I'm not messing around. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a proposal if is that what you want. I want to be in it.
We're launching Inter in a vision.
Yeah. Television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Which is it's gonna be under Durban Youth TV. It started, but it's been on the pipeline. But we're gonna be officially launching it.
So production is you're gonna be cameras and and the channel and all of that stuff.
Not necessarily. We're first gonna put it online.
Online.
Yeah.
So YouTube, or you're just gonna have a website. Oh, okay.
YouTube. Yeah. We've got Fly Free Pest and Weed Control. I think it says for itself. We do with pest control. It's been doing well this year. I think it's one of the most drawing of income.
Yeah. So are you a partner in each and every of these businesses, or are these just like-minded people who just come together and say, "Yo, guys, let's motivate each other"? What's the motive behind the family group? Is it a financial motive, or is it just what's in J? No,
what happens is that the Wisolve family group owns a part of each, a part of shares in each and every of those companies. Yeah. So we do have a stake in each and every of those companies. It's not like it's business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We invest our resources, our connects. So obviously that's why we take a stake in the business. And obviously that would also encourage anyone. If you give a person a stake, he or she would do the most to make sure that it succeeds. Yeah. So we've got a stake in each of these divisions. We've got Wisolve Enterprises, which does trainings. Yeah. Bugs heads that department.
Yeah.
We've got Wisolve Designs, which all the cool graphics you normally see and the logos and the whatever, all nice things.
Yeah, I mean, your logos are brilliant, bro.
It comes there.
Yeah.
Wisolve obviously does IT services, would be your mobile apps, your IT support, your websites, and big one, Pine Industrial. That's a very interesting one. We're launching it in January.
Well, so what is that now, bro? We gotta wrap up, bro. Come on,
People
man.
must
I'm holding myself. I'm thinking to myself. Shut up. I can't stop talking to you, man.
let me save that one for the next time.
The next one.
Yeah.
Nah, lekker, bro. Last thing for the last time. Just tell the people where they can find you on the socials, Instagram, Facebook, and yeah.
I'm not really big on the socials.
Oh, come on, bro. It's 2019.
I promise
bro.
you, I've no. I'm big. You know, my page is probably something that similar to what the company posts. I don't. You know, I get weird when someone says, "Please send me a picture of you." Maybe we're having an event. You know, I'm speaking there. They want to post. I struggle to find a picture.
Yeah.
I don't normally take pictures of myself as well,
bro. So how do you slide into DMs, bro?
I don't. My days are over.
All right, let's wrap it up. Terry Mavundla, CEO and founder of Wisolve. Thank you very much, my brother, and looking forward to having you on the podcast next time. And that's a wrap. Thank you for watching. Drop a comment below and tell us. In fact, ask Terry a question about what you want to know about his business, about the IT industry, and anything that you want to know about him. And if you think any of the subjects or the topics that we mentioned or talked about today resonated with you in any way, drop a comment and tell us what you think. We'll be happy to hear what you got to say and read your comments. We definitely want to reply, right, Terry?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having us.
Cheers. See you on the next one.
I work to find the things up in my
Rap.
So I'm hustling. I work to find the things up in my life. So I hustle. I work to find the things up in my life. So I hustle. I work to find the things up in my life. So I hustle.